Hello, my name is Fraser, and I am from AceGamesTV and AceGamesTV, and this is going to be a new series called Road to Gold ELO. This is League of Legends, and as you may have noticed, a new ELO system has been implemented into the game. And as you can also see, I am in the silver division called Volbear's Artillery, 4th division, and I am going to be trying to get to gold ELO in this series. And as you can understand, that will probably take me quite a while. If you don't know, you have to accumulate 100 points, and you have to win best of 3 matches, and then you can advance up a division. Once you get to the top, you can pretty much do the same thing to advance an entire tier, which is gold ELO. So pretty much I'll just be playing normal ranked matches. I can either do it live, or I can just do it in low replay and just talk over it. That's up to you. If I'm playing live, I won't really be talking too much. I'll have to concentrate, but I'll talk when I can, and that'll pretty much be how it goes. So make sure to leave a like, comment, favorite, whatever, and I'll see you in the game. See ya. Hey, what's up guys? We're in the game now. This is Road to Gold ELO episode 1, and I'm playing Elise top. So this is going to be a more recent game because low replay wasn't working, but yada yada yada. So Elise is pretty strong right now. That's one of the champions I like to main top at the moment, because you can just win your lane so easily, and you can go roam, pretty much snowball. I'm just going to speed this up. I'd like to mention I'm not so great with this program, but yep, it's going to be a ranked game, and I'm duo queuing with my friend Ferion, who's in my 5v5 team, and he is playing Diana. So this is his promotion match, going up to silver. Right now I'm at silver IV, I'm at 89 points. So I am laning against a Yorick, which is actually my hardest counter, but I do manage to pull it off somehow. I went against Yorick's quite a few times. But Elise is a really strong champion. She's got loads of poke in lane, but Yorick has that sustain, so it's actually really hard to get him out of lane. But if you burst him really quickly, you're able to sort of get him out of the way. So you have to play really careful against Yorick if you're playing an assassin, because he can out-sustain you really well. So yeah, there he goes with the harass. I just turn into spider form to get rid of those ghouls. And I started crystalline flash to give me the health and the mana, because I'm going to need that sustain. And we have who do we have jungle? We have a Vi jungle, which is really strong. But this game we do totally turn it around. I won't spoil it completely, but so I'm just sitting here farming under the tower because I'm gonna have to, and I'm gonna have to wait for a gank from Vi. So here's the gank. Well, we go for Sejuani here and Annie, but they decide to back off. And I'm getting pretty greedy here, but I just sort of check, and we decide to go for Yorick. I'm just pinging Vi because I know there's an opportunity here. She's a little slow in this one, but we do manage to kill him, which is great because we really need to get Yorick in my lane. So I decide to push the lane since he's out of it, maybe deny him some experience in farm, but he's back pretty quickly. But I just hit level 6, so I am ahead of him, and all the lanes are doing pretty well. We've got a gold advantage and a kill advantage, which is pretty nice. So we've got a good early game advantage. So we do actually have Miss Fortune, who is pretty strong right now. She's one of the strongest AD carries because of her ultimate, and it's very good with and Mumu and Sona, because you can do that combo. If you've ever seen it, you might want to try it out. So I decide to get sorcerer shoes and loads of potions and wards, because I know I'm going to have to stay in lane, and that magic pen is pretty useful. So Yorick just sort of dueling me here. I'm trying to outpoke him, and I do nearly get caught off there, which is quite bad by me. But I'm just staying at the tower and having to play really defensive now because I've learned from that. And they're trying to go for a gank, but Yorick has a ward at this point. But yeah, I'm just having to play it really safe, which I do suggest against Yorick, until you get a really good chance to assassinate him. Sort of like that. You just have to poke him down at the correct times, because he can't sustain instantly, but he will stay in the lane for a while. So you have to go all in at one point, you can't poke him down really. So I'm trying to get a gank on Annie here, but I don't seem to manage it because sometimes I can get fed off other lanes. If I'm not doing so well in my lane, or they're not doing so well in their lane, you can do that if you're a top laner. I really do suggest it in solo queue. If you feel like your team are feeding are not as good as you can sort of get fed off the other lanes. So, Yorick is really pushing hard. Even though he's been put out of lane several times and died, he's still such a threat because he's such a hard counter. And he's actually a really annoying counter mid-game. Because of his ghouls, I can't actually get a stun in people because they're following me. It's actually really annoying for skill shot based characters. And there's Sejuani with the gank, but I managed to rappel, stun, and actually get a kill on Yorick here, I believe. Yeah, there it goes. I'm not really sure how that happened. I think he walked into the tower or something, which is really good for me because it's like, oh, I didn't get anyone. But I actually nearly got 2 of them. But yeah, my friend cleans up, which is really great. So I decided to build Haunting Guise, which is really good because it gives health and magic pen ability power, which is all Elise really needs because her base damage is so high. You don't really need AP items because our AP doesn't scale great. She just needs magic pen, health, and she's just such an annoying bruiser. So you should try that out with Elise. Sometimes I like to build Warmogs or Sunfire Cape if you really need to get that tankiness. I think I build Riley's next, which is very good because it gives health, ability power and a slow on your attacks, so it gives you some utility for being a bruiser, an AP bruiser at that. So we're just staying in lane here. I seem to be ahead in the farm by quite a bit, but it's, like I said, it's still a very hard lane because it's Yorick. But the other lanes, bottom lane do very bad this game. They're not a great bottom lane. The jungle and mid would have been having loads of coordination so we can get ganks down, get us like carrying the team basically, because Misfortunate Alistair makes some really bad plays by jumping in unexpectedly or something, so we really have to get in there for them. I believe we've had every dragon so far though, I'm not quite sure. So I'm sort of looking for another kill round here, but I know that I have to defend against Yorick because he's just going to push. But he does follow me, so I can't get the stun and stuff with the ghouls. But Diana is very fed, Vi is very fed, I'm quite fed in a sense. So like I said, that's how we're going to be winning this game because we're going to have to carry it. So let's see if we can speed this up a little and see if we can get to mid game, because that's where it really starts to get interesting, because this is a very long game because we have to pull it back so hard. And I get that giant spell and amplifying tome, which is for the Rileys, which is very good, and they seem to get that dragon for free, so I'm thinking I should just push the crap out of the tower, and I do manage to get it, and that's actually pretty good for us because we managed to make that dragon worth it. But they do have a lead in gold right now. But I pushed that tower pretty hard. I'm not sure if I overstay my welcome here. I think I do for a bit. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, I kill him. But he manages to get me with a W. But I'm finishing that Riley's nearly. And I'm buying some wards because even if you're a top laner, you need to be warding for your team. Even if you're the AD carry, you should ward when you can if there's not enough ward coverage, because ward coverage wins games. It lets you know where the other team is, it lets you make opportunities for your team. So I really do suggest doing that in solo queue. Okay, so it looks like we're defending against the tower here. We actually catch them off position pretty well. But like I said, the Yorick ghouls are preventing me from actually stunning them, which is what Elise is good for in solo queue because you can catch people off guard very well. So, this is the mid game, I guess. Okay. Looks like I'm finishing Riley's. I'm gonna have a look at what the team's building. I've not really played Vi. I was thinking about playing jungle Vi, because it seems really strong at the moment, but I know she is getting there. And we do catch off Annie here, which is really good for us because Annie sort of destroys team fights, and we catch off Ezreal, so that's us got two of the main targets out of the way completely, which is what you should do. You should focus the people who are destroying in team fights. Sometimes in team fights, if the highest valuable target isn't there in front of you, like Ezreal's at the back or something, then you should really just go for the person closest to you. So like everyone focuses on one person, and then you can go for the other people. Sometimes people split up and then that gets them killed because they're getting kited by Ezreal or something. But we do manage to get a dragon here because we have that map control now. And this is a little team fight. Vi gets really caught out of position there, which was quite bad for us, to be honest, because now they're going to try and push the tower, but we're trying to zone them a little here because I think we can take them at the tower. Yeah, so MF does go in with the ultimate. Alistar tries to tank for us, so we do get some damage off. And that was the frame rate. That's that better now. So that was quite a difficult team fight, but they do clean up some of the stuff. They cleaned up, the Sejuani cleaned up some of our kills in Alistar, because Alistar was getting really ballsy here for some strange reason. That's when we were saying that Alistar and MF were throwing the game a little, which wasn't good. But this is the time when we thought we need to catch them off in the jungle one by one, and that seems to work great for us because we've got so many stuns. We managed to get a lot of targets out of the way, but Elise is just getting destroyed by Annie pretty much in Yorick. I could not do anything there. I'm not sure how the rest of this team fight goes. I think they get Yorick. So it wasn't a bad team fight necessarily, but we really needed to amp up our game here. So there's still quite a lot of time left in this game. That's why I was saying that there's a lot to be done to really win this. I think we're getting Baron baited right now. I can't really remember. Okay, maybe not, maybe not. We're just sort of walking about in the middle, trying to look for a fight. And we really catch target position there, but Diana really shouldn't have jumped in there, but it wasn't a good fight because Diana has Zonias, that's why she jumped in, but it wasn't the best choice for her team because we're fighting under a tower and we're already not sure if we're weaker or stronger or not, so we really should have played it more safe in a team fight. So that sets back a little when they take a tower, so they could possibly Baron right now if they're quick enough. So we weren't really sure what was happening right now, and I get cut off unbelievably badly, but I managed to jump over, and Ezreal just takes that very smoothly. I couldn't really do anything about that. And they're sort of engaging at the tower here, which didn't really seem like a great idea, to be honest. And I'm going to pause this because the frame rate's acting up. Be back in a minute. Okay, we are back. The frame rate was going a little strange there. So they're trying to go for Baron right now, and we're just sort of playing very passive right now. We're trying to learn from our mistakes and trying to play on their mistakes, see if we can get something off of it. So there's about 10 minutes left in the game, so this is where we really turn it around. We catch them off in the jungle extremely well. Misfortune gets focused, but she has a Guardian Angel, which is great for us because we can just take out two of them and push as fast as we can, and we can take out the inhibitor. Really, what I suggest is if you can get Baron or you can get an inhibitor, I suggest getting an inhibitor because it's much harder to get that than Baron. But we do try to go for both, but I think Diana and Alistar aren't wanting to go for it, so we can't really do anything. Right now, I've got a Leandry's Torment, which is great for the meta right now because everyone is buying Warmogs. It's League of Warmogs right now, and that burns HP, so that's pretty good. And with Magic Pen, it's going to destroy tanks. Even though it's not that strong of a percentage burn, it's still quite good. And I'm trying to build an Abyssal Scepter right now because Annie's the main focus for me right now, and she's really destroying people, and it actually gives me Magic Pen as well, which is even better. And I don't know why I was standing still there. I'm probably just thinking. We're trying to group up. That's probably what I was doing. I was probably talking to everyone, telling them what to do. In solo queue, you should talk to your team, but if they're starting to flame, don't try and coerce them to do something else. Just ignore them. So yep, we're going for the Baron now. And the frame rate is acting up again because it likes to do that when I'm making videos. But we do have an Oracles, and they actually steal it, which is sort of ridiculous. But yeah, at this point we were like, this game is lost. What do we do? So basically we just we play very serious right now. We have to play defensive and really wait out this Baron, and that's the only way we will win here. So if they have Baron, try and wait it out and catch people off like that. That's the best thing to do, because when people have Baron, they think they're in some sort of god mode or something. So that's the best time to catch them off, when they're really cocky and not sure what they're doing, really. So we managed to catch off Yori, which is great. And we're just looking for more attempts in the jungle, and we do manage to get Sejuani, and that was basically GG there, because we managed to catch enough off of them, and we have really good pushers like MF and Elise because of the speed buffs. So basically we've won this right now because we can push so fast when they're all dead. They have Baron, but we can still win this fight. Or maybe getting a little greedy here, but I'm just focusing on pushing the turrets. So we managed to get that turret, and we're just pushing the minions, and we actually have to back off at the moment because they could turn it around at that point. So I get another giant spell because now I'm just going for a Warmogs because I think I need more health. Pretty much. It's really good to go for that because it's just good against everything. Even Blade of the Rune King won't damage you too harshly because you have so much health. So we find them at another point, catch them off. That's the perfect time to do that. And he does use Zhonya's, but they've got nothing now. And we just completely destroyed them at that point. And now it's pretty much GG. I don't know why it's going so slow. It like goes slow at some points. I have no idea. Don't ask me anything about this program. But yeah, that was a great win for us. We really turned it around. Don't give up in your ranked games. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, and we'll see you next time on Road to Gold ELO.